Welcome to Minnie's House of Pain, COVID-19 workout number 3. Now to help warm you up, we're going to start off with some jump rope, or if you don't have a jump rope available or don't have the space for a jump rope, we're just going to use an air jump rope like Coach Roberto is doing in this video. In the duration, you're going to go for the length of a song, whatever music you're listening to or whatever segment of TV you're watching, about 3 or 4 minutes, maybe even 5 minutes. TBCC, total body close chain, quad stretch, right leg up. From there, bring your knee to your chest, or you can add a cradle as Coach Roberto is doing. From there, you're going to reach back with a non-standing leg into an inverted T, arms fully extended, thumbs should be up, opening up your thoracic spine. From there, you're going to step back into a lunge. You can also step forward into a lunge. Either way works. Get long. From there, you're going to twist into the leg that's forward, again, getting long. Twist to the other side. From there, you're going to bring your forearm to the inside of your foot. We call it forearm to instep. And then you're going to open into the leg that's forward, getting nice and long. Don't worry about over-rotating. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. Open, get long. From there, both hands are going to come down, and we bring your hips up and your toes up as high as they can go. We call that the hamstring stretch. You could also take a knee and work your hamstring stretch that way. Again, just getting long. Try to put your chest on your knee. From there, you're going to step back, bring your feet together, bring your hips above your shoulders. We call it downward dog. From there, you're going to slide forward into your cobra pose. Arms fully extended, hips on the ground. Reach up, stretch out those abdominals. From there, you're going to go back into your downward dog and slowly and carefully walk your hands to your feet without bending your knees. We call it reverse inchworm. Roll it up slow, back bend at the top, or sun salutation pose for all you yogis. We'll do the same thing on the other side, and we put this on fast forward for you. Moving on to mobility, starting again with the rolling pattern, like we do every day at Minnie's House of Pain. Again, always trying to disassociate, separate your shoulders from your hips. If you're doing the upper body rolling pattern, your shoulders are going to move first and your hips are going to follow through. If you're doing the lower body rolling pattern, your hips are going to move first and your shoulders will follow through. on to side lying rotations. Again, another thoracic spine opening drill. You're gonna lie on your side. Doesn't matter each side because you're gonna do both. You're gonna lie on your side in the fetal position, arms fully extended, straight out in front of your chest. Hands together, you're gonna inhale and try to get the top hand to touch the other side of the ground. So as you inhale, as you open, and you're gonna exhale as you bring your hands together. Remember, you want your wrist, ankle, and shoulder blade to touch the ground. If you can't, it just means you have some stuff to work on. It means your thoracic spine's a little bit locked up. Keep breathing. Breathing is the key to help you through this. And if you have somebody near you, you might be able to allow them to push on you and get you a little further if you can stand it. Don't force anything, but a little assistance is helpful. Moving on to lying leg swings, one of my personal favorites. You're going to start on your back, shoulder blades on the ground. You're going to rock your hips from side to side, bringing that top foot to the opposite hand. Opposite foot to opposite hand, side to side. Try to keep those shoulder blades on the ground. You're going to do 2 sets of 10 each leg. Don't force anything here, but get your foot as close to your hand as you can. With the lying 90-90, you're going to get your knees pointing in the same direction. Take a deep breath in, and you're going to reach over that knee. Coach is very mobile. He's able to get those arms fully extended. Some folks might only be able to get those forearms on the ground like you're doing a modified plank, but really just focus on getting long. Probably about 5 to 10 deep exhalations will get you through your 30 seconds. But we're doing 2 sets of 30 seconds each side here on the lying 90-90. Really reach across your body. Try to get over that knee if you can. Moving on to our strength series, starting with the one-legged squat. Notice how coach has his rear foot elevated. Notice how his hip joint is even with or deeper than his knee joint. Notice how he's keeping his knee in line with his footprint. That's very important. Also, notice how coach is maintaining his posture throughout this movement. If you need a modification for this, you can do either a standing split squat or you can go back to lunges like we did in the first workout. Either way works great. Coach Craig is taking us through a single leg RDL. Now, if you guys remember that inverted T during our total body close chain warm-up, this is basically a weighted inverted T. You are allowed to use some kind of balance support on this. We also have a modification in place. You want to inhale as you go down and you want to exhale as you stand. As far as depth, you want to go at least to mid-shin all the way to the ground if your mobility allows you to go there. The modification we have in place is basically a dumbbell RDL. Both feet are firmly planted. You're going to unlock your knees and push your hips back. Notice how Coach Craig has a nice flat back. He's inhaling on the way down, exhaling as he stands up. Coach Caitlin has given us 3 variations of our one-arm dumbbell row. This first one, her knee is on the bench. For the second one, her hand is on the bench. Her back is still flat. She's in a nice staggered position here. The third position is a staggered stance, no hands, a little more balance, a little more stability, still inhaling on the way down, still exhaling as she pulls her elbow above her back. Again, great posture. Coach Craig is taking us through our rotational push-up. This is where a push-up and a plank met and had a baby, and that baby is the rotational push-up, okay? You're gonna go down into a push-up, and then you're gonna rotate your body into basically a side plank. Now you can have a wider stance with your feet on the push-up If you need a modification here, you can do this exact same thing from your knees. Go down, push up, and then rotate each side. We're doing 5 reps on each side for a total of 10 reps. Coach Craig has taken us through the overhead carry. He's going 3 sets at 15 yards. If you don't have that length of space, then we can just march in place for 15 steps. Moving on to seated bench dips. This is the modified version where your feet are flat and your bottom is close to the bench. Arms should be at or slightly below 90 degrees and you're pushing up for 15 to 20 reps. The advanced version of the modified seated bench dip would be for you to straighten your legs. If you needed something more advanced than that, you can elevate your legs and put some resistance on your lat. Coach Roberto's taking us through the one-arm plank hold. You're going to get in a wide base push-up position. Cross your heart, keep those hips and shoulders as square as you can. Now this is hard to do, but I need you to brace your abs and maintain your breathing for the entire 30 seconds. You're going to do 30 seconds on one side and then 30 seconds on the other side. Again, stay square. Starting off your conditioning circuit, starting with kettlebell swings. Now, if you don't have a kettlebell or you didn't check out a kettlebell, you're more than welcome to go right to bear crawl holds. So you could either do a bear crawl hold in place, or you could do a bear crawl march, where you get in your bear crawl position and march it out for about 30 seconds. When you're done with your bear crawls or your kettlebell swings, I need you to park it onto the wall, back against the wall, legs at 90 degrees. Now, if you have any resistance, any kettlebells, dumbbells, or plates, hold it out in front. 30 seconds is the time. We're going through all of this for 4 rounds. Let it burn. As soon as you're done with your wall sits, connect that band to a wall and do what we call a Palloff press. Coach Vince is showing us from a semi-squat position. We're asking that you do this from a split stance position. So basically a lunge position, and you're pressing out. You can do that on each side for 8 repetitions.